Okay then guys, what's going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're inside of Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and this game is just looking more and more incredible the more we get on with it. But for those of you guys who have played Fallen Order, how does it compare to the game, and what are the things that have changed primarily inside of it the most? Are you thinking about the pre-order? Well, hopefully today's video is going to make you guys confirm it and click that purchase button. With that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Now, with that being said, let's dive on into some more Jedi Survivor. So starting off, we have the skill tree. We all know that inside of Jedi Fallen Order, it all ended with the same skills. You all utilize the same things, but with this game, we're able to focus at what we want. Inside of Fallen Order, the only differentiation between how you played it and your friend played it would be how you focused it at the beginning. You may have picked different abilities and utilized different skills right at the beginning, but come the end of the game, you all had the same copy and paste character. With this one, it gives you numerous skill trees that you can prioritize, meaning you have numerous ways that you can play the game, with your combos being so incredible that your mates may not have even seen it. We're going to be able to input into separate stances as well as the Force on its own, and there are so many different comparable differences inside of this that you guys are just never going to have the same as what your friend does. This is going to be primarily something that you guys are going to utilize for your build options, and opens up for a ginormous change in pace. What this means is replayability is going to be absolutely incredible, especially if you're a massive Star Wars fan or even just a Star Wars Jedi fan, in which case you guys are going to be able to jump in a second time and play it completely differently with two different stances and be able to utilize this with a load of different skills. Now, while we are talking about that though, we also have the combat. The combat has been extremely enhanced with loads of different stances, including the blaster itself, and this has opened up massively with the game feeling so much smoother than Fallen Order. Combat inside of this game is like no other, and what you actually will find is so many different comparable differences, such as just as an overall, the abilities you're able to utilize. The Force now has so many more different options, and your main combination system for your lightsabers are absolutely incredible. Not only that, but you can entwine the Force and your lightsaber options, blaster options, and otherwise with companions. What this means is you are going to be able to hit some incredible combos and then bring in a companion who's going to give you guys an absolutely awesome cinematic clip point, which is going to mean that you guys have got some really cool things that you can utilize at the end of your fingertips. For me, the combat's probably one of the biggest things that we've got to look forward to inside of this game, as they've really revamped this to the highest degree. Next up, we have got the scale of the game as an overall. Now, we have spoken about this before, but it's incredible how much bigger this game is. There are a load more planets, and some of those planets of which are 10 times bigger than what we've experienced in any planet inside of Fallen Order. These planets alone will hold hidden secrets, cosmetics, lore items, and additional stances and gear that will keep you looking for hours upon hours inside of these bigger planets. And we don't know how many there will be exactly, but we know that some hold a story linear style that we already know and have experienced inside of Fallen Order, and some have expanded areas with so much more to do, including hidden bosses. Hidden bosses are one I really want to find locations of. So far, we know of Kobo, Coruscant, and potentially Jeddah. Jeddah seems to be one of those questionable ones. It looks so much like Jeddah inside of that deserted area, but it has not yet been confirmed. There were originally, I believe, 7 planets that we could explore, of which some of them were absolutely tiny throughout the missions inside of Fallen Order, leading up to maybe 15 to 18 hours of gameplay. But inside of this game, we're hoping for at least 7 totaled. Now, what we do know is if we do have 7, and they are even remotely the size of Kobo, this is going to near enough double, if not and some, the amount of time that you guys are going to spend inside of the game. For me, the biggest part of it is the exploration, looking for those hidden secrets, the cosmetics, the additional stances, and just the gear as an overall to customize your character, to customize your lightsaber, to be able to customize BD1. There are so many more things that you guys can do inside of these planets just to keep you entertained. They have stated by a load of content creators who have already had time inside of the game that some of these planets, one of which was Kobo, this was the main one that they had time inside with 4 hours of playstyle, that there was a absolutely ridiculous amount of room for you guys to be able to explore and endure, meaning that in the 4 hours that they played it, they managed to get through about 20 to 30% of Kobo itself. Now, if we've got 7 planets like that, plus additional story linear planets, we're going to be in this game for 60 odd hours, give or take, to be able to 100% complete it, alongside everything else that we're going to be able to collect inside that. And whilst we're talking about collectibles, customization has changed and upgraded incredibly. It's improved massively since Fallen Order. When you're just looking at the lightsabers alone, we have more blade colors than we've ever dreamed of, including hilt customization, which is so incredibly detailed it's bonkers, and gear that you can wear has had a huge revamp, including less ponchos. Thank God for the less bloody ponchos. I want to know in the comment section, are you a pro poncho? Are you glad that those bloody things are disappearing now? And more colours for your gear, including you can change the beard and hair for Cal, meaning that you can obviously do things like give him sideburns, you can give him a mustache, you can give him a mullet, you can give him a ponytail. There are so many different alterations to Cal that we can now make, that even though we have that standard character customization now is better than it's ever been inside of this game. Fallen Order obviously had your bog standard look with a shed ton of ponchos that we all hated the look of, or at least majority of us hated the look of, and even then that stuff was relatively limited, where with this one you can change his jacket, you can change his under t-shirt, you can change his trousers with the coloration of his trousers, and just the customization overall. Although maybe not meeting the standard of a lot of other games right now, it is definitely a massive upgrade to what we had inside of Fallen Order beforehand. Not only that, but BD1 has also had a revamp, including how your BD1 will look like. That's including the color of what he'll look like, the leg changing, you can make his legs change into loads of different things as long as you obtain it, his head unit, and many more. Essentially, BD1 is now going to be your fully customizable BD1. Even though we do all love the original, this is meaning that we're going to be able to now generate our own version of what BD1 should look like, and our own very cool little companion friend that's going to be jumping around with us, what color he looks like, and how it is that he's shaped as an overall within this droid unit. For me, that's absolutely huge, and that's a really, really big point. Customization is really important, especially in 2023. A lot of people are a little bit concerned with some games having more character-based playing rather than having a main character you get to create at the beginning and then making that character your own. They've really, really enhanced this on a really good level to make that kind of be a central hub point, so that even though it is still Cal and it's still a story-based story, we know full well that we can now enhance this character to make him look exactly how we want him to look and how we envision him looking throughout his time inside of Survivor. Now for me, that's all we got time for today. This was an absolutely incredible video to go over. I've been reviewing gameplay and trying to find the comparables inside of this from Fallen Order, and there seems to be just an abundance of things that have changed, but these are just the key pointers of things that I did notice. For me, the storyline is going to be absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see where it leads, as we've got so many different plot holes that are missing inside of this, including the Darth Vader. We have no viewing of Darth Vader at all, although based on the way that the game finished in Fallen Order, there's got to be some sort of sighting. So we've just got so much that we need answering and so many things that we can dive into, and I'm so excited to get involved. So if you haven't already, and this video has done one thing, make sure you go ahead and hit that pre-order button. You are going to not be disappointed by this game whatsoever. I know I'm excited, hopefully you are, and thanks again for watching. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up, subscribe with post notifications turned on. I appreciate all of your faces, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.